I don't know if this is the best place to do this, but I want to do my September TBR, and I thought I like my You're Pretty sign. Let me remind everyone that they're pretty. Got some books. I'm excited to go over these. This is going to be my September TBR. Okay, before we start talking about books, first things first, it's 3 o'clock and I'm having my afternoon lull. So let's go make coffee. And I'm gonna show you my cute little things that I just bought that are pumpkins for shot glasses. These are them. How cute. I'm not taking you over to the coffee pot only because I just set up the camera and I really don't feel like moving it. And that's part of being tired. 4 minutes. Let's drink. Delicious. Okay, let's talk. The first book I have on my TBR and I want to finish this month. Am I blocking my sign? I think so. Is A Tree Grows in Brooklyn by Betty Smith. An acclaimed novel. Every time I go to a bookstore, some older lady comes up to me and goes, "Have you read A Tree Grows in Brooklyn?" And I'm like, "Oh no, but you're actually not the first person to ask me that." So apparently it's a really good book. It follows a young girl named Francie, and through her adolescent years, and I believe to fully growing up in the 20th century in Brooklyn, New York. That's all I know so far. And I'm excited to read it and actually see if this is such a wonderful book. Hopefully it is. Everyone says it's great. So that is my first one. I hope I get to it this month. In the small back alley of Tokyo, we have Before the Coffee Gets Cold. I spoke about this in my most recent book haul video, so I'm not going to go in like so much depth because that's kind of boring to talk about it multiple times. I just want to read it because it seems like a super duper quick read, almost like literally one setting. I'll read this in bed and share my thoughts as well. I didn't do a wrap up for this month just because it was kind of all over the place, and I don't know when I started the other books that I read in August, if it was a mix between July and August, so I was just like, I'll just do a September TBR and then keep it up with the wrap-ups of what I've been reading. So, excited for that. I'm going to read another book because I thought that it fit like a September vibe because it's not quite spooky. We're kind of like in the cute spooky. Does that make sense? I also did this one in my book haul. Won't go too much depth. Shady Hollow. It is a murder mystery. So to my bestie who also loves to read and says she doesn't like murder mysteries, and I said, yeah, I don't either. I don't even read those ever. I didn't even read that. But I know what it's about now, but when I picked it up, I didn't read a murder mystery part. I just picked it up because of the cover, and I said it looks like a Wes Anderson film, because it does. I'm gonna read it and turn on Fantastic Mr. Fox right after I'm done reading it, and that's just how it's gonna go. Today, actually, I just decided to add these in. I just dropped all the bookmarks. Poetry books. So, I went to this cute little coffee shop while I was waiting for my car to get an oil change, and did I say coffee shop or bookshop? It was both. It was a coffee bookshop. It's a local one, and they had 40% off of poetry books. So I picked out the ones that I thought had the coolest cover, and I don't even know what they're about. If we've learned anything, I don't really read the stories of books. I just pick them up because of their covers. This one is A Week Devotions Poems by Luke Hankins. And I want to annotate them, and I'm wanting to get more into poetry because it's something I've never really delved into, so I'm excited. This one is Soft Science, but this looks really cool. I thought this cover was dope. Hopefully it is focusing. Looks pretty dope to me. Do not scratch that, thank you. This one is Trouble the Water by Derek Austin. Just a collection of poems. These were like the ones on the critically acclaimed section, but all of them were 40% off, so I was like, I'll just pick up 3 even though I just went book shopping, so does it really count because it was 40% off, so it's okay. And then I have another list of books, but it is not included, that's cat hair, in this TBR. The reason why is because in the month of September, it apparently is National Honey Month, and I love honey. and I'm going on a trip to Savannah. And I want to go to the Savannah Bee Company and do a special little vlog, and I love honey. I'm going to read at least 3 or 4 books that have something to do with honey. And I know that's a really random thing, but I was like, that would be a fun readathon. So when I go on this trip and read all these books of honey, like The Secret Life of Bees, I'm sure there's more. I'm gonna look them up and I'm gonna look them up and probably go to the library instead of having to buy a bunch of new books because I don't have those. I will create that list, and I'm very excited to do that readathon. So that's also adding to my TBR, so about 4 more books. So we'll see. I don't know if these even count because they're so small and it's poems. So really, we'll just go ahead and say I'm doing like 6 or 7 books this month. Me, I feel like that's a lot. I know some people on here, it's not a competition, but they have like 13, 14 books on their TBRs, and I'm just like, it's a lot, and I don't think I could ever do that. I would love to, but I like to take my time too, and I'm trying to be better at being the fastest reader, but I don't know. And sometimes I get bored with one book and I'm like, oh wait, this one sounds better, and I'll pick that up. Working on that problem. 6 or 7 books, hopefully I get through that. And this is my quick little September TBR. I hope you all have a wonderful month of September. I didn't get it out on the 1st, but it's okay. Go drink yourself some coffee. I'm gonna bake some cookies tonight, watch a movie, and probably start one of my poem books. See you when I do my little readathon. Bye. Oh, don't forget, you're pretty.